it's a cause for celebration. We rush to the windows. Here, beneath the canopy, lies a world we don't see. A jungle in miniature, where every twig is a fallen giant, and every grain of soil. Here, beneath the canopy, lies a world we don't see. A jungle in miniature, where every twig is a fallen giant, and every grain of soil a mountain range. This is the forest floor, and down here at ground level, the weather doesn't merely pass overhead, it shapes everything. In the dappled light that filters through the leaves alone, an entire ecosystem thrives. Moss-covered branches create vast jungles for creatures no larger than a pinhead. Decomposing bark becomes fertile ground, and in the spaces between, life finds a way. But in this delicate balance, depends entirely on the elements too. Too much rain and this world becomes a swamp. Too little and it transforms into a desert. The weather here isn't just a background, it's everything. When the rains come, they arrive not as gentle showers, but as catastrophic floods. A single droplet to an ant traversing in this rain would be like a boulder crashing from the sky. The water flows between the fragments of bark and leaf litter, carving rivers through debris. Channels that yesterday were dusty pathways are now torrents. Some creatures shelter in the nooks and crevices, others simply ride the current, hoping to survive the deluge. Yet the rain brings life. Within hours, fungal blooms erupt from the dampened wood. Spores that have waited months for this moment finally get their chance. But there are darker times. When the rain fails to come, this microjungle faces its greatest challenge. The moisture that sustains it evaporates. The soft, spongy moss hardens and cracks. Fungi retreat, and the creatures cannot move, must simply endure. Competition intensifies. Every remaining pocket of moisture becomes precious. The strong survive, the weak do not. This is the unforgiving arithmetic of drought. Yet, even in these harsh conditions, life persists. Some organisms have evolved remarkable strategies, entering dormancy, waiting sometimes for years until the rains return. And then there is wind. What to us might be a gentle breeze, down here becomes a hurricane. Debris tumbles, loose particles take flight. The seeds which have been waiting patiently on the parent plant are suddenly launched into the unknown, dispersed across the miniature landscape. But for some, it's disaster. For others, opportunity. A fallen leaf blown into a new position creates shelter. A displaced seed finds the fresh soil. The wind doesn't discriminate. It simply reshuffles the deck. This hidden world, so easily overlooked, is governed by forces far beyond its control. The weather shapes not just the landscape, but the very possibilities of the life itself. And yet, in the face of flood and drought, scorching heat and the bitter cold, life endures, adapting, evolving, persisting. Down here, in this jungle beneath our feet, the smallest changes in the weather aren't just felt, they're everything. Here, beneath the canopy, lies a world we love. Below the water, another world exists, hidden from us, but full of life. Here in this underworld forest, weather doesn't just pass over, it reaches down, it changes things, and it controls everything. These thin strands are not trees, but plants called algae, swaying slowly in the moving water. Each one gives shelter, safety, and between them, tiny creatures float. Small bits hang in the water like stars in space. Some are old, dead material, others are alive. Tiny plants, tiny animals, the food that keeps the whole world going. But this underwater place is not cut off from our world above, not at all. The weather changes, our land reaches down here too. Temperature is everything here. In the summer, when the sun shines hot on the surface, warmth comes into the water. The algae grows faster, makes food from the sunlight faster, life speeds up, bodies work harder, the fight to survive gets tougher. But there is a danger. Too much heat, and the air in the water starts to leave. Fish gulp at the surface, small creatures struggle, some die. When the winter arrives and it gets cold, this world slows down, growth stops, movement becomes slow. The underwater forest goes into a kind of sleep. When storms hit, the surface and these quiet depths crash together. Wind makes waves that push downward. The gentle swaying becomes wild. Dirt from the bottom is ripped up, making the water cloudy. You can't see anymore. The light from above gets scattered, then blocked. For creatures that need to see to find food or escape danger, this is madness. But the rough water brings good things too. Food locked in the dirt is set free. Fresh air mixes throughout. What looks like destruction is also rebirth. Light too depends on the weather. On cloudy days, these depths get dark and gloomy. The plants slow down, the whole food chain waits. But then the rain comes. Fresh water pours down from above, changing how salty the water is, changing the mix, changing the very nature of this world. Rivers of cold water full of food sink down through the warm water, making invisible paths. This hidden world, hanging between earth and sky, is shaped by things it can't control. Weather doesn't just touch the surface. It reaches down deep, controlling the warmth, the light, the movement of the water itself. And yet, in this place of constant change, life finds balance. Beneath the surface, where weather and water meet. Snow. For us, it's a cause for celebration. We rush to the windows. We marvel at the beauty. Children plead to go outside. Adults smile at the memory of childhood winters. The first flakes drift down, soft and silent. We see magic, romance, a world transformed into something picturesque. We bundle up in our coats and scarves, step outside with delight. The snow crunches underfoot. We take photographs. We post them online. We tell everyone. Isn't this wonderful? But beneath our feet and all around us, countless other worlds are facing something very different. While we celebrate, the forest floor is being buried. The underwater pond is freezing from the edges inward. Temperature drops that makes us reach for a winter coat spell disaster for creatures whose entire existence depends on staying warm just so they can move. That gentle snow we find so charming is, to them, an avalanche, a burial, a transformation of their world from habitable to hostile. But we don't see this. We're too busy enjoying ourselves. And then the snow picks up. What began as gentle flurries becomes something more. The wind rises, visibility drops. The flakes that delighted us minutes ago now sting our faces. Suddenly this isn't so magical anymore. Roads become dangerous, travel becomes impossible. We retreat indoors, complaining about the inconvenience. The storm grows heavy, relentless. Now we worry about power lines, frozen pipes, being stranded. The weather was a source of joy, has become a nuisance, perhaps even a danger. We check forecasts, we cancel plans, we hope it ends soon. We're For us, this is temporary. Frustrating, yes, but temporary. For the world to be perfect, the weather is never just beautiful or inconvenient. It's life or death, survival or extinction. We have the luxury of choosing when to go outside, or turning up the heating, or just waiting out the storm. They don't. Perhaps we should pay more attention.